Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? Man, just out here chilling, smoking me a cigar, doing a little bit of karate in the garage, you know what I'm saying? On this cold Tuesday night here in Columbus, Ohio. This light is getting on my nerves. I fucking keep flickering. You also gonna deal with it. Oh, shit. Anyway, we always got some technical shit going on. Anywho, yeah, man, I'm just out here chilling, man. On this cold Tuesday night, man. It's like 30 degrees. Snow's on the way. Um, but man, it's been a long, stressful day, so I had to get out here, listen to a little bit of boxing talk, smoke me a cigar, chill, relax my mind. So that's what I'm doing. I got this AJ Fernandez. So it's the H.upmann AJ Fernandez cigar. Um, Good, y'all can see the label. I took the other label off, the little band from the bottom. It's foggy as hell in the picture, but I don't know. I think I probably got this just because I like the color, the color of the label. I mean, to be honest with you. But aside from that, um, you know, figured I'd give it a try. This is definitely a full body cigar. Me, I usually stick to mild to medium body cigars. This is definitely a full flavor, a full body cigar, full of flavor. Um, it's good though. I can definitely smoke another one of these. I would put this on a Maduro type of level as far as flavor. Um, but it's not spicy. It's not peppery. It's not harsh. But be it that it's strong, this is definitely a cigar that you want to make sure you eat something before you smoke it. I ate a few hours ago, and I'm somebody who, when I smoke, I probably smoke a little bit faster than I should. So every now and then I find myself a little cigar drunk. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the case tonight, while I'm smoking this, but, I'm still trudging through. I'm in the second, third. Um, for those of you that haven't had one, I mean, I don't know. Um, Now y'all know, disclaimer that I always give is I am not a cigar expert. I'm not going to claim to be one. Um, so I went and I looked up just the description of the cigar because I'm trying to get down my do I taste what they say you should taste? I'm trying to learn. I mean, when someone says that a cigar has a hint of leather, okay, that's great. I don't go around licking couches, so I don't know what a hint of leather is supposed to taste like. So I'm trying to compare some of these things that I read to the cigars. So um, just a small description on Cigars International about the cigar. Medium to full body cigars made of Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper surrounding Carrillo 91 and Piloto, which I don't know if I'm saying right, Cubano fillers for a sweet but balanced taste that exudes delicious hints of cocoa, spice, and roasted nuts. So I'll be honest with you guys. Um, when I first lit this cigar, I definitely could taste the cocoa. It was very prominent at the beginning of the cigar. Now it's more, and of course, full body cigar, the spice is throughout the cigar. It's definitely throughout the cigar, right? As far as the roasted nuts, it does have a nutty taste to it. It does, but it's just now that I'm into the second, third, it's really more of a creamy flavor. Um, so I think the description actually is spot on to what I'm tasting. This is one cigar where I can definitely say I'm tasting what they say it should taste like. Um, I must say the overall construction of the cigar is pretty good. Um, it started to run just a little bit, but I sat it down in the ashtray and didn't hit it for a while, and then picked it up, hit it a few times, set it back down. So, that could be the way I'm smoking it. Um, the 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 top, I'm sure you won't be able to see it, but when I did the cigar punch, I used my lovely Hollow Point Gear cigar punch that I use for almost every cigar that I smoke. It cracked a little bit up here. I don't blame that on the manufacturer, at least not on this first one. Maybe it seems to be fresh. Maybe the cigar was a little stale. I don't know why it cracked, because it cracked really easy on the cap, but it hasn't cracked anymore. I read somebody's review where they claim that these cigars crack throughout. Most people don't say that, but I've seen someone say that, and I definitely haven't had that experience. So I think the construction of this cigar is pretty good. It's got a good draw to it. I mean, you see how easy that draw is. I didn't have to hit it hard. Every now and then I'll have to, puff it 2 or 3 times, keep it going, because I took so long. Me, I get to talking, and then next thing you know, the cigar is like out or half out. It's just me and what I do. But yeah, so I'm just out here chilling, relaxing. It's been a long ass day. It's only Tuesday. Really, so far, it's been a long ass week. To be honest, was out here checking out some boxing. I listened to 78 Sports TV's live stream tonight. Definitely check the brother out if you don't already. I would think that, as long as he's been doing it and the following that he has, that most of you would have heard of or watched some of 78 Sports TV videos. So I checked that out. Listen to that, listen to the brother talk, seeing what the other brothers in the LDBC was talking about in the chat. And now I'm, after that, I listened to Scrapbook Boxing, the Forgotten Fisticuff series. I love my man Scrapbook stuff. What was the one I just watched? It was Joe Louis. It was one about an old Joe Louis fight where he actually had fought a fellow from Cincinnati. What was this one here?
What's going on, family? This is
part 179 was the episode I watched. Joe Louis versus Ezer Charles, the Cincinnati Cobra. So we had an Ohio brother in here. Definitely something to check out, man. If you into the history, you want to know the background, you want to know where the sport has come from, go check out the brother Scrapbook Boxing, man. He puts out great content, and that Forgotten Fisticuff series is awesome. He's got all kinds of magazines and photos, and some of the fights he talks about. He's been to. So definitely something to check out, man. But yeah, I don't really got nothing to talk about tonight, man. I just ain't made a video in a while. I don't want to run my mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do from time to time. What they had the Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence press conference today. Nothing really to report on that, except every time Mikey Garcia is standing next to Errol Spence, I just feel more and more and more like Mikey Garcia is about to get the mess beat out of him, man. Errol Spence is so much bigger than Mikey Garcia. And I know we talking about a couple of weight classes, which Mikey was fighting what's he fighting at 135 and Errol's fighting at 147. I mean, we talking about 12 pounds, but man, Errol Spence is so much bigger than him, man. And that's just the weight that they fight at. It doesn't include what they rehydrate to, what they normally walk around at. I don't know what it is that Mikey Garcia sees in Errol Spence's game that he thinks he's going to exploit and win. I mean, he called him out. So, now he got to get in there with the bully and beat him. And I just don't see it happening, man. I really don't, man. Mikey Garcia may never, I said before, may never be the same after this fight. But we'll see. That's coming up in March down in Dallas, Cowboy Stadium. I don't know. We getting our bonus. I kind of want to go, check it out because I know they still got tickets available. Some other people from the LDBC going down there. So it'd be nice to get down there and meet some folks. But at the same time, I want to support I really want to support Errol Spence, and I'm going to support him through pay-per-view. I hate the Dallas Cowboys. I hate Jerry Jones. Regardless of if they pay Colin Kaepernick some money, I don't know if I'm ready to jump back on the NFL bandwagon. I guess it depends on how they handle themselves next year. We'll see, but because of that, man, I don't want to. I mean, even if I order it on pay-per-view, I'm putting money in Jerry Jones' pocket, I guess. But I still, the only reason why I'm going to order this fight is because I want to support Errol Spence. And, we talking boxing. We want to see the best fight the best. You got 2 pound-for-pound boxers. So I'm going to support that fight. I have to, so. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind closer to the fight and go down there. That remains to be seen, but most likely I'll be ordering it. I'm gonna take another trip, probably about a week. The week of the 8th? So that'd be the weekend before that fight, I believe. So I don't know if I'm up for traveling 2 weeks in a row. This light's getting on my fucking nerves. Yeah, so that's around the corner. Can't wait to see that. There's been the talk about what else is going on today. Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller. Eddie Hearn bought all the damn tickets, and now the press conference they having stage shoving matches. And Big Baby Miller could still be trying to get inside of AJ's head, but at this point, nobody's really interested in that fight. At least not domestically here. So I tend to think that there's going to be a lot of annex. They're going to do what they can to try to sell the fight for the few tickets that Eddie Hearn didn't run out and buy, or for the few American fans that are actually going to go to the fight. We'll see what happens closer to the fight, but as far as what happens with ticket prices, what goes back on the market. But it's crazy to me that they let Eddie Hearn buy all the tickets before they were on sale to the public so that he could resell them on the secondary market. And then they come talking that bullshit about how that's the biggest pre-sale in the history of Madison Square Garden. Like, man, whatever, man. I don't want to hear that, But we'll see. At this point, if these guys, are not going to step up and fight Deontay Wilder, I don't necessarily care if AJ loses. So I think he's going to beat Big Baby Miller. But at the same time, if Big Baby Miller was to get in there and somehow pull out the upset, I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua had already ducked Deontay Wilder once. And then you got the news from earlier this week, or from yesterday actually, with Tyson Fury signing with Top Rank. Now I can't be mad at the man for running out and getting a whole bunch of money, but at the same time, if it impacts the rematch with Deontay Wilder, I'd be upset about that. What I hope is I've heard some of the brothers talk about is hopefully this forces the promoters to all work together, because you've got AJ out there with Eddie Hearn, you've got obviously Tyson Fury just signed with Top Rank and Bob Arum, and then you've got Deontay Wilder working with Al Heyman and PBC. So, a lot of times in the sport, traditionally, a lot of fighters, or in most cases, they tend to keep the fights or try to keep the fights and the titles inside of their own stable. Deontay Wilder is out to unify the division. So hopefully, these guys still step up and fighting. I really want to see that rematch. I don't know if Tyson Fury really wants the rematch. He survived to the bell barely. I mean, he got that long count, so really he got knocked out. But he survived to the bell. It goes down in history as a draw, so it is what it is, regardless of anybody's opinion. I don't care if you believe that Wilder lost the fight on points. I don't care if you believe that Tyson Fury was knocked out. At the end of the day, it goes down in history books as a draw. I want to see the rematch. And if the rematch were to occur, how long would Tyson Fury last? I think that he would get knocked out early in a rematch. That's just my personal opinion. But I think that after tasting Deontay Wilder's power and basically being knocked out, he don't want no smoke, man. Someone came and offered him the money. And again, you can't be mad at the man for taking, that bag of money. Because he's going to get paid a whole bunch of money regardless of who he fights. He can fight bums for the rest of his career. He signed a contract, with guaranteed money in it. So, but of course, more money could be made if the pay-per-view, because definitely would still be on pay-per-view like the first fight. He can make more money through pay-per-view if he signs the rematch to fight Deontay Wilder. But we'll see. Deontay Wilder had mentioned, he came out, he did that interview with 78 Sports TV yesterday. Great interview. I love the champ, man. He came right out and addressed it. And he came to his supporters, man. His biggest supporters are in the LDBC. He talks to and interviews with 78 Sports TV, and it was awesome that 78 was able to deliver the interview with the champ, and he came out and addressed it. He thinks that the fight can still be made, so hopefully the fight definitely still gets made. If not, let's see Deontay Wilder go ahead and clean up everybody he can clean up. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to see him beat the brakes off of Dominic Brazil. So, if he's got to take some other fights until Fury or AJ decide to step in the ring with him, hey, I want to see him beat the brakes off of Dominic Brazil. Point blank, period. So from a boxing perspective, man, I don't really got a whole lot to talk about. Other than that, there's plenty of videos floating around from the brothers in the LDBC. So go check them out. They keep up to date on all the talk. They've addressed the situations in detail. So if you want to know more about the Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury situation, check out 78 Sports TV's interview with the champ, Deontay Wilder, from yesterday. But also go ahead and search, the LDBC. There's plenty of videos about the Errol Spence fight coming up. There's plenty of videos about the BS that's going on with Anthony Joshua, the BS with his fight with Big Baby Miller. So there's plenty of content out there, man. Amongst other things, of course, the fellas talk about, and sisters, there's some sisters. They talk about, just boxing in general. But yeah, man, just want to get out here and do my thing, smoke me my cigar and chill and relax, dealing with the bullshit at work as usual. It's crazy, crazy. I would address it on here, but I don't want no, I'll be sharing my videos. Want to why snitching. Remember, snitches get stitches. G code, respect the streets, respect the game. But I know people talk I already made one post, and I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna go back and show her. So, or show my supervisor. So, whatever. I'm salty because I go to work. I try to just do my job. I do what's expected of me. I go the extra mile to help people out, cover, other people's work, show people how to do stuff. I done some leadership stuff. A lot of people, on my team come to me before they go to my supervisor, which is crazy. But don't none of that mean shit in corporate America, man. Only thing that, in my mind, the only thing that mean anything right now for me is the color of my skin, because the work that I do doesn't seem to have any impact, on what I can do, where I can go. You know what I'm saying? I just feel stranded, trapped sometimes, but I still, at the end of the day, got to show up, do my job, bring home, paycheck, take care of my family. So I was a little salty today because I basically had to kind of tell my supervisor about herself and some of the shit she been doing that I don't appreciate. Um, you know, so now I got that smoke at work, but it's good. I thought about it before I said anything. Thought about how I was gonna say it and address it. I was as professional as you can be about it. And my points are valid. I just don't make stuff up and start stuff for no reason. So, once again, here I am out there. I done put myself in a situation to where, I done spoke up and spoke my mind, and now I got to deal with whatever the consequences are, which, perfectly all right with me. Perfectly all right with me. Sometimes shit has to be said, and a lot of the time I take the bullet for others, man. A lot of people they're scared to speak up. They're scared of the consequences. They're scared of the repercussions. Me personally, what's the worst that could happen, right? The worst thing that could happen is I could lose my job and I have to go work somewhere else. So it might be hard for a month or two if that were to happen, but it won't be the first time. So, and I'm still here, I'm still standing. So, should some shit like that happen, I'm pretty sure I can bounce back from that. But yeah, so that's all, man. BS drama. I hate work drama, but it is what it is. Like I said, sometimes shit needs to be said, and I have no problem opening my mouth and speaking what's on my mind, addressing what's going on. And hopefully the things that I do, the things that I say, the things that I bring to their attention, hey, if it don't do nothing for me, hopefully it'll do something for the next person. Because now what I brought up and mentioned, and again, I ain't going to go into no details, no real details, but what I done brought up and mentioned now is on management's mind, you know what I'm saying? And maybe the next time they have one of their employees that's in the situation that that I disagree with and the way it was handled, hey, maybe next time that'll help out the next person that's in that situation. That's all I can hope for. But me, I'm all right. I'm good. I'll be in that bitch tomorrow. Same old Tez, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm still going hard on this H.upmann. It is still running a little bit. I keep lighting this side back up. So I guess, if I had to say anything about the construction, there's a little bit of running. And actually, when I just lit it, the small amount of smoke came out of a little hole over here. So actually, let me take that back, because that run is probably because of that little hole that's right there. What this cigar reminds me of? So when I smoked that Buckeye Land cigar, um, it started out harsh. Now this cigar did not start out harsh, but when you got into it, once you got past, maybe a couple minutes into it, the way it smoothed out, mellowed out, this reminds me of that, man. This is a good smoke, man. I really like this cigar, man. I could definitely see myself smoking another one of these. Again, generally speaking, I'm a mild to medium body cigar smoker. This is definitely a full body cigar. But check it out, man. The H.upmann AJ Fernandez. This one here, what did I pay for this? I got this from, it's a Robusto. I got this from Barclays, the cigar lounge that's up off of Sawmill Road in Dublin, Ohio. $8.80 plus tax. You know, decent price, great smoke. Check it out. Yeah, man. But man, I've been going through a lot of shit. I had a lot of stuff on my mind. It's fucking with me. Some of the stuff that I go through at work and in life, it's fucking with me on a mental level. So, you know, I ain't been out here doing as many videos as I want to do. So I did want to pop in and say something tonight. You know, I do my videos in a live stream so that I don't have to record the video, save it, take up a shitload of space, and then take forever for it to upload. So that's the only reason why I'm streaming it live. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, feel free, you know, to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think of this cigar if you've had one. See if, you know, your thoughts, if anything that I did say about it, you know, matches up to your experience. If you've had more than one, let me know if it's consistent. You know, since this is my first one, I would like to know how consistent these cigars are. But, you know, I'll try another one. And, you know, if I don't hear back from anybody, I'll find out on my own. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we got the snowstorm on the way. My bad. I get the funniest text messages sometimes. We got this snowstorm on the way. What we looking at? 2 to 4 inches. Not really all that bad, but when you got a Camaro that needs tires, my car getting to the point it needs tires. Yeah, my drive to work tomorrow is going to be interesting, but I'm not going to take the day off. You know, I'm going to go ahead and drive in no matter what. I got some shit that I need to handle. You know, a couple other things that I need to address. So I'll be in the building. But, man, again, you know, if you check out my video, I appreciate it. You know, if you're into boxing and you're not already following anybody from the LDBC, make sure you look up the LDBC. You know, get you some details on some boxing, details on some fights, feedback on, you know, fights and situations. You're getting it from a fan perspective, a knowledgeable fan perspective. You know, the brothers really got some knowledge. They know boxing. They get out here. They do their talk. So definitely, man, you know, search for the LDBC. Check out the videos. You know, that's where I get all my boxing news on. You know, every now and then I'll pop on one of the other, you know, sites just to see what's going on. But generally speaking, man, I just watch LDBC videos all day while I'm at work. You know, sometimes I get to check out some at night, of course, you know, on the weekend. But, I mean, the content is always there. So, you know, find these brothers, check them out. Again, there's some sisters in the group too. But, yeah, man, I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate it. You know, check out the video. Subscribe to my channel. If you need to hit me up, I'm on Instagram at whateverman, WHATEVA_man. I'm also on Twitter, same handle, and I'll holler.